My child, stop right here. Music, don't scroll. Don't move. Don't look away. I am stepping, music, into this exact moment because this is your final call. You have passed, music, by my voice many times. You have felt me tug at your heart, music, and you pushed it aside. You thought to yourself that you would come back later after hearing, music, me whisper. But there is no later right now. This moment is holy. This moment has been marked. This moment is different from the ones you skipped. Music, there is a lot of weight to what I'm saying now with love that weighs heavy on your heart and a sense, music, of urgency that keeps you up at night. Stop. Take a deep breath, and read this message, music, with the kind of focus you don't usually give anything because what heaven planned for you is already here. Music, you will miss what was meant for you if you skip me again. I'm not saying this to scare you. I say, music, it to wake you up. You've been drifting through the days while half asleep, missing signs, music, holding on to things that make you feel bad and running away from things, music, that make you feel better. And every time you felt lost, you asked, music, yourself why things didn't change. I made a moment to change your life, but you keep ignoring, music, it. How can things change? You begged for answers, but, music, didn't pick up the phone. You prayed for guidance, but you, music, ignored it when I gave it to you. You begged me to get closer, and every time I did. Music, you did something smaller, louder, or easier to take your mind off of things. But now I'm back stronger, clearer, and louder because I love you too much to let you miss what you need one more time. My child, understand how serious I am. Music, feel my pain. Not sadness that you failed, but sadness that I saw you go around in circles. Music, I saw you break underweight. I tried to get up. I saw you try to get hurt by, music, things. I saw you chase after people who broke your heart. Watched you avoid the moment that was meant to set you free. You've skipped over, music, me before, but not now. Now is a different time. This moment isn't just a random scroll, a chance event, or an accident. I brought you here. Music, I chose to put this in front of you. You didn't come here because you were bored or in a bad mood. You got to this place because heaven led you here. Music, I want you to understand how important this is. Notice how, music, your chest gets tight. Notice how your mind stops. Pay attention to how your spirit leans in. That's me. Music, I'm putting pressure on you because I don't want you to lose what I worked hard on. What's, music, on the other side of your yes? You have no idea. You have no idea how much healing, peace, snorts, freedom, answers, music, open doors, and breakthroughs have been set up for you. Music, but they are all connected to this moment. The blessing, music, will still be there if you skip me again, but the timing will change. And something that was, music, supposed to be easy may take longer to get. Things that were supposed to happen now might happen later. Music, what was meant to get rid of. You may pass my unreceived. I don't want you to forget what I wrote, music, for you. I know you want to know when things will change. When am I going to feel calm again? When will I know what I was supposed to do? Right now, my child, is the start of the change. Not today, music, not tomorrow, not one day, not even when things are calm. I'm coming, music, into your life on purpose. And I'm putting my hands into your heart. I'm calling music to you as if your name is resonating through the universe and everything is holding its music breath for you to answer. Feel it. Music, do you feel the weight of this moment? Do you get the feeling that this music isn't just another message? This one will tell you what happens, music, next. Your many thoughts have made you wonder if you were almost missing your destiny. Music, there was a fear that you would lose focus, waste time, and fall behind. Deep down, you, music, knew the truth. There was going to be something big and holy soon. You, music, were right. Now is that time. This is the change in your spirit, music, that you couldn't put your finger on. Now things start to change. Music, this is the point where you can make a simple choice that will change the course of your story. Stay or skip. I know you're worn out. I know, music, that you've been carrying too much weight for too long. Knowing that you've been let down, had to, music, wait, and tried to be stronger than you feel has worn out your heart. I know, music, that your spirit has been pleading for a breakthrough. Even though you haven't said a word, music, that's why I need to speak quickly. I'm not mad. I'm not angry or upset. Music, I am not let down by you. I am going to fight for you. It's okay to still believe in yourself, music, even though life has tried to dull your senses. I am fighting for the part of you that still hopes even though it has felt risky to hope lately. I'm fighting for my fate. I wrote this for you before you were even born. Listen up, kid. Music, take deep breaths. Allow all of your worries to fade away. Quiet down the music noise. Let your days rush fall apart. I'm here now. More than your thoughts, music, your heartbeat, and your pain, I am close. I want you to keep walking away. Music, what you need is right here, right now. Good things that you prayed for. Music, the healing and answers you prayed for are starting right now. Music, what I'm about to say has everything you need for the next part of your life. Music, talk about God. You have all of me if you give your whole heart to Him. Stay put. Do not, music, go. Do not rush. Don't run away out of fear. Don't let doubt get in the way. Don't, music, skip this moment because of old habits. This is the last call. For sure, but not because my love is over. For sure. Music, because your next season depends on it. You have finally reached the point where heaven is happy for you. These are the, music, steps I've been telling you to take. If you let it, this moment will change everything. Please stay with, music, me until the end, my child. Let me give you life. I'll open your eyes. I'll, music, show you what comes next. I can help you break out of the cycle you're in. I, music, can tell you the truth that you've been looking for. I want to give you the peace your heart has been craving. Music, this is the last call. Don't skip me again. This is where what was meant for you is. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows, music, into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel, your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Music, but more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community, music, through the link in the description or the pinned comment. You, music, aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. Music, this is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, music, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper music study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing, music, voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Music, each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given. Music, to you is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step, music, out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come, music, with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Music, let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. Dear child, please pay, music, close attention now because I am about to tell you something you did not know before. I've been with you, music, many times. You can feel my pull. What you heard me whisper is something you, music, couldn't explain. But you kept running. It wasn't because you were being bad, but because you were scared. You had doubts about your own worth. You put off making choices you knew you were supposed to make. There were signs right in front of you, music, that you didn't pay attention to. You told yourself you'd answer later. You told, music, yourself that the time wasn't right or that my voice might have been in your head. Music, but I kept calling you softly. Even when you thought you were lost, I never stopped showing you the way. Music, it didn't matter that you were running away from me. I never stopped reaching for you. You've been torn between wanting me and being afraid of how following me would make things different. You wanted to get better, music, but stuck to habits that kept you hurt. You were close to confusion but wanted to be clear. You wanted to make progress, music, but were afraid to leave what was hurting you. While you wanted to move, music, you felt safer just sitting there. You wanted me, music, but you still held on to things that hurt your soul. So, you lived in two different worlds. Music, I have one foot in faith and one foot in fear. I have one foot in calling and one foot in comfort. Music, I have one foot in destiny and one foot in delay. But listen, I saw all the pain that was hiding, music, behind your silence. I knew why you were hesitant for every reason. You did not, music, bother me when you did it. I never turned away because you were late. Even when, music, you didn't pay attention to my signs, I was always watching over you. I always, music, thought you were good, not even for a second. But now is a very important time in the season to turn, music, things around. This is different from other times, my child. We are not seeing the same cycle happen again. It's not just another moment going by. This is not a vague invite. You can't put this off until another time. Music, if you look closely, you can see that heaven has lined up this point with, music, your life. Now is the point in your story where everything, music, starts to change. Now is the time when what happens next will depend on how you take this. Music, it's not because my love is running out that I'm making this last call. Music, it's not because I'm mad at you or punishing you, but because heaven is moving. Things are moving in the realm of the unseen, music, around you. Things are coming together. There are angels taking their places. There are blessings coming, music, out. There are threats that are being stopped. Doors are being opened. There are battles, music, being won. The time of heaven is changing. Your life needs to change too, my child. Music, there are times on your path when time is holy. There are times when the next step is not something, music, you choose without thinking. You take it very seriously when, music, you answer it. Now is one of those times. Right now is a, music, gate. This moment marks a change. Right now is the start of what I planned for you before you even knew who you, music, were. You will feel it if you stop what you're doing and listen to me. You, music, will feel the need to act quickly in your spirit. Not the time of fear, but the time of purpose. Music, that sense of urgency that something is going to happen. There, music, is an opening. There is a change happening. That's me getting closer to you. Music, you felt this change but don't fully understand it. It showed up as being antsy. It showed up as pain in places that used, music, to feel safe and comfortable. It hit you all of a sudden that you can't stay where you are. You could feel me messing up your routines. Music, you could feel me taking things away that don't belong. It felt like I shut doors you didn't expect me to. You, music, could feel me pulling you away from the people you used to depend on. You could feel me making you feel uneasy in situations you, music, used to put up with. As it turned out, it wasn't confusion. Music, I'm moving everything that doesn't fit with where I want to take you. This is what needs to be shook. The thing that held you is letting go. Music, your path is being cleared out so you can finally walk forward without having to carry things that were never meant to stay. Music, this is the reason you feel rushed. Not because something bad is coming, but, music, because something good that God planned is coming. I love you so much that I, music, have to tell you the truth. And if you skip me again, not the, music, message or the moment, but my call, you won't lose me because my, music, love stays with you. I will always be with my kids. So you won't lose my presence. You might lose the blessing that, music, comes with this moment, though. You could miss the chance, the timing, music, or the open door. You might lose these that I meant for you. You might lose, music, your speed. I'm having trouble giving you right now. Feel this in, music, your spirit. Windows go away, but blessings stay. Everything that, music, is linked to my movement moves with me. Everything I need for the call is ready when I call. Music, but if someone isn't sure, the blessing will wait until the next time everything is just right. And sometimes that time is a long way off. I'm not making a threat. You have prayed too long for what is right in front of you. So I am warning you with love. Music, you asked me to help you break through. This is the moment when things start to progress. You, music, asked me to heal you. Now is the time for healing to begin. You asked me, music, where to go. Right now it's easy to see the way forward. You asked me to get rid of what was making you feel bad. Right now, music, I need you to follow me away from it. You asked me to help you meet the right people. Right now is when I start cutting you off from the wrong people. You asked me to be calm. Music, now is when peace stops being something you seek and starts being something you live in. Music, but you have to answer. You need to stay. Listen to me. You shouldn't run again. Music, you've been through enough seasons of waiting. You've already had enough time to be scared. Music, you've been going around and around for too long. That's not what I want this moment to turn into. Another chance, music, lost. Another call ignored. Another time you'll think I felt something, but I ignored it. There is no way I, music, could let you go through another year of being confused, half awake, and waiting for something that, music, is already here. I love you too much. This is the last call. Last, music, but not least, my patience is running out. Your season is over, music, because you've reached the end of one chapter and the start of the next. All of the things behind you are closing. Your way opens up everything in front of you. Music, but your spirit has to decide to move forward. This is important for you to understand. When spiritual changes happen, you need to act right away. When heaven moves, it costs a lot to wait. When fate opens a door, waiting turns into a risk. Music, when the way is clear, turning away turns into a tie. Music, when I talk, blessing feels far away because they don't listen to me. There was no change in my love for you. Music, you just stop moving with me. I'm not telling you to be afraid. I'm calling you to get in line. I'm, music, not telling you to hurry up. I want you to wake up. That's not what I'm calling for. I want you to follow me. That's not what I want from you. Music, I want you to be here. I'm putting both hands into your life, my child. Music, you can feel the weight of my words in your bones. Why am I pulling on your spirit? Because what's coming your way is too important to miss. Music, you're not reading this wrong. You're not just here by chance. Music, this is not just a random time. This is just the right time. You're, music, on the edge of something that God wrote for you before you were born. And everything in the spiritual world is making this moment possible. Listen to me. Don't run away from this call. Don't, music, let fear get in the way. Do not tell yourself that you are not ready. If you doubt your fate, don't give up. Don't go, music, backwards with old habits. Do not be honest with yourself again. You've been carrying on for too long. Music, it's already too late for you. After that, enough time was taken away from you. Now is here. This is holy. Music, now is your chance. This is the last call. Follow me. Music, let me finish the work I began in you. Let me show you the blessing that's been waiting, music, for you to say yes. My child, please get closer to me now. I need to talk to you about things that are very important to you. The spots you don't let anyone see. Music, the places you keep secret from even yourself. I feel all of your pain. Music, I know the fights you fought alone. The ones that no one else caught. Music, the ones you thought you had to handle by yourself. I know the pain of your broken heart that you carried, music, around with you. The mess that made it hard for you to think. Being betrayed, music, made you lose trust. And being alone made you feel like it was winter. Music, the worry that made your body shake and the numbness that made you question whether you were still alive. I, music, saw everything. I knew about all of it. It was hard for you to stay strong when you felt like giving music up. It seemed like everything was fine, but your spirit was really begging for help. Music, you smiled in public because you thought no one would understand how upset you were. I got it though. I was there, music, every time it was quiet. When your mind and heart hurt, it was too heavy to carry. I saw you lie awake at night, music, and stare into the dark, asking things that you couldn't put into words. Music, I heard the things you were thinking but were afraid to say. I kept track of how many tears, music, you tried to hide. Each and every one of them was important to me. Music, some nights you thought your fears were so heavy that they were, music, going to break your chest. You wondered why no one reached out, why no one checked on you or saw that you were about to break. But I was there with you, kid. I was sitting next to you in your quiet room. Music, when your heart was shaking, I held it in my hands. When you felt alone and cold, I wrapped my arms around you. It was hard to hear the prayers you said through tears because you thought God wouldn't, music, hear them. I loved all of them very much. You felt alone, forgotten, and ignored. You were kind, music, to my people. You loved someone and got hurt in return. You showed loyalty and got, music, nothing in return. You let people into your heart and then, music, watched as they left as if your feelings didn't matter. You had doubts about your worth. People asked you if you were too much or not enough and what was wrong. But listen to me now. What they did had nothing to do with how valuable you were. Music, their actions showed how hurt they were, not how hurt you were. I never had, music, enough of you. You were always enough. You were always loved, always chosen, music, and always valuable. I saw the times when you sat by yourself and didn't say anything because it hurt too much to talk. On those days, music, I saw you push through being tired and carrying, music, loads you weren't strong enough to do. In secret, I think you were hoping someone would finally, music, ask, "Are you okay?" while you were acting tough. Music, I saw you cry and quickly wipe your tears away because life would not stop for your pain. When you cried, music, so hard that your pillow got wet, I saw you whisper, "God, where are you?" Some of you were afraid there might not be an answer, but I was always there for you. Even when I wasn't saying anything, you didn't always feel me. But the fact that you were still alive was, music, proof that I was holding you. You kept going even when you wanted to give up. That shows that my strength helped you. You thought you were by yourself in this world. They were right next to yours the whole time, though. Music, I saw you when everyone else didn't. When other people turned you down, music, I did, too. I put you first. When other people made you feel like an option, music, when you thought you couldn't be seen, I saw a bright light in you. Music, I remember the exact moment your heart felt tired for the first time. Music, I remember when you stopped believing me. I remember when your happiness faded. Music, I remember the time you thought life was too hard. Music, I still remember the time you whispered, "I can't do this anymore." Music, I remember that I took a deep breath and said, "Yes, you can. I'm with you." You see weakness, but I see a way to stay alive. I, music, see courage where you see breaking. I see places I'm ready to heal, music, while you see wounds. You were never supposed to be in so much pain by yourself. Always remember that you didn't, music, have to hold yourself together when things were going wrong. You were never meant to be scared or to be alone while your heart screamed. I felt all of your pain, music, the whole time. Carried what you couldn't and kept you alive when your hope was, music, dying. I stayed close even when you pushed me away. I didn't leave even when you didn't believe, music, me. I loved you more even when you thought you didn't deserve it. Said, Father, I'm, music, lost without your love. Whether he's been your rock in the storm. Remember those days when you didn't know why you were tired or lost, music, that wasn't being weak. That was your spirit worn out from, music, fights no one knew you were having. It wasn't because you were broken that you were anxious. It was because your heart had been hurt too many times and never had a chance to heal. It wasn't that you stopped caring, music, that made you feel numb. It was because it took too long and cost too much to care. But I was never scared of how numb you were. I knew what it was. Music, it's a way for your heart to protect itself when it's been through too much pain. My child, music, you have been through a lot and heaven was very quiet. I was aware of your pain. It got to me more. Music, I was there for you whenever you needed comfort. Every time you thought you weren't good enough to be loved, I was giving you lots of love. Music, I was whispering your name. Every time you felt like you were forgotten, music, I saw the lie that hurt you more than you let yourself say. I saw how your mind got cloudy, music, when things in your life didn't make sense. I saw the loneliness hidden behind fake smiles. I saw how, music, you kept it together in public but broke down when no one was around. Music, it felt too heavy for you to stand some nights, so you sat on the floor. That every time your heart broke, music, it broke with you. There were times when people took advantage of, music, how kind you were. Years when the people you believed in the most hurt you the most. There were times when you freely, music, gave love and expected honesty but got it instead. There were times when your feelings were so heavy that it, music, was hard to breathe. Still, you stayed soft through it all. You loved them still. Music, you didn't give up. You didn't give up. Being soft isn't a sign of weakness. It means that even though you're hurt, you have a heart that I made with divine strength. There were times when your mind filled you with fear and lies, telling you that you are alone, forgotten, unloved, music, and not good enough. But I was right there with you, correcting every lie. Still, when you couldn't hear me and, music, sadness hit you out of the blue, your spirit was held by me so, music, it wouldn't drown. When stress made your chest hurt, I was the piece that you couldn't see that kept, music, you from breaking apart. When you didn't feel anything, music, I was putting quiet comfort into the cracks in your soul. Music, I didn't miss a single moment of your life, my child. I saw the pain that made you question, music, your worth. I saw the shady actions that broke your trust. I saw how confused you were on your way. I heard, music, you say, God, I just want to feel okay again, music, at night. Now I'm here to tell you that everything you went through was important to me. You can see every wound. Music, each second is important. Every tear is kept. Heaven saw each and every, music, break down. There was never a moment when you were by yourself. But the pain didn't make you weaker. Music, it made you stronger. It may have broken you, but it made you who you are now. Music, you might think it broke some parts of you, but it might have shown you stronger parts, music, of yourself. You might feel like you were left alone, but you, music, were actually safe. You might think no one noticed you, but you were hidden, music, for a reason. You may feel like you were forgotten, but people were getting ready for you. Music, here I am speaking to you with kindness, truth, and love that wraps around you like warm arms. I understand your pain, but I don't want to add to it. I want to pull you out of it. I'm taking all the pain you were carrying up off your shoulders. Music, I'm putting my hand on every hurt spot. I'm holding every weak spot in your heart. I see you, my child, and I always have. Now lean, music, in closer. This is because I am about to show you what your eyes, heart, music, and mind could not see, understand, or explain. In your music life, there have been times when things felt unfair, hard, confusing, and impossible. Music, you thought things were going wrong. You thought you were not following the rules. Music, you thought you were stuck because you were weak, didn't try hard enough, music, or didn't have any worth. That wasn't true, though. The times you thought were hard were really spiritual, music, battles. What you thought were delays were actually ways for God to, music, protect you. What you called closed doors were really shields. I put something between you and trouble. Music, it was really me pulling apart what was attacking your spirit that you thought was your life falling apart. You didn't notice that there was a war going on around you. I did though. I saw, music, every plan to break your spirit, every attack on your mind, and every arrow aimed at your heart. Things were coming, music, after you that you couldn't see. People close to you being jealous of you. Music, spiritual tasks that are meant to wear you down. Wants that are meant to steer you off track. Distractions, music, that look like comfort. People with personalities that look, music, like blessings but are actually poison. You thought you were fighting your own thoughts, but what you were really up against was darkness that wanted to hide the light I put inside you. Long before you were born, people tried, music, to stop what I had planned for you. You were attacked not because you were weak, but because you were picked. The music, weight you were carrying didn't mean you weren't worthy. It showed that you have a destiny that the enemy is afraid of. Music, he knew who you were before you even knew who you were. He saw the music, calling, the influence, the anointing, and the purpose that you had hidden inside you. Music, he fought you early on to try to break you before you could get up. That's why things were so tough. Music, that's why you thought the battle would never end. That's why you had trouble during seasons when everyone else seemed to be doing well. Music, this is why your heartbreaks were so much worse than you thought they would be. That's why your soul was tired. Even though you hadn't done anything wrong, you, music, were not getting in trouble. Someone was after you. Not by, music, me, but by the darkness that tries to keep those I call from speaking. Lord, music, why does it feel like everything is against me? You ask me a lot. Music, that's because everything that was against you wasn't physical, my child. Music, the resistance you felt wasn't a fluke. There was no bad luck in the delays. It, music, wasn't because you weren't worthy that you kept being let down. Music, it was not a failure that you were walking through a battlefield. I'll tell you what you didn't see. I cut, music, ties with some people because I knew they had bad intentions that would have broken you beyond repair. Music, you thought you were losing love, but instead you were being kept from being hurt. Someone pulled you away from people who were going to hurt your spirit, not because they thought something, music, was wrong with you. When doors shut, you cried. But those doors led to places, music, that would have taken away your peace. When good things didn't happen, you blamed yourself. Thought you might not be good enough, music, but you were already good enough. It wasn't safe enough, or the blessing, music, wasn't ready. I made sure you didn't get too much too soon. Music, some blessings would have killed you if you got them while your heart was still hurting from past hurts. Music, there were some chances that needed time to grow. There were some open doors that would have led you to traps that looked like success. Music, you said it was suck, my child. That's what I called it. During some music times, you couldn't move forward because I stopped what was meant to hurt you. Music, you prayed to go to some places, but if you did go there, they would have drained your soul. A delay, music, is not always a denial. Some wait times are shields. Some delays save lives. When there are delays, I say, music, not now. Not here. Not like this. You have wondered why some music relationships fell apart when you were in charge of them. Perhaps, music, you've thought about why the people you love the most hurt you the most. You've wondered why friendships, music, ended, trusts were broken, and some people changed. But listen, not every heartbreak ended in loss. Some heartbreak was a way to be free. Music, some of your heartbreak was caused by me cutting ties with the wrong people to protect the calling on your life. If I had let you stay close to the wrong people, their wounds would have turned into yours, their fights into yours, their darkness into yours. That ending made you think it was a punishment. Music, they kept us safe. I noticed things you missed. Behind friendly smiles, there are often dark intentions, silent jealousy, false support, quiet music, competition, and broken promises. I heard things that you never heard. There, music, were times I saw that you never saw. I kept you safe from betrayal that you would not have been able to handle. I, music, got rid of voices that were making you doubt yourself. I locked the doors to places where your spirit would, music, have slowly died. You believed that everything went wrong. What if I told you I was tearing down what was making you feel bad? You believe you, music, were stopped, but what if I told you I had you in place until the storm passed? Music, you believe that nothing went well. What if I told you that everything was going on in the background that you couldn't see? Music, my child, you weren't going to lose. There was defense for you. I'll show you something else. The pressure you felt wasn't just there. Music, it was the heat of making it better. You kept telling yourself you weren't strong enough, music, but I was making you stronger with every test. I worked on your character, your patience, music, and your spirit so that when your blessing comes, you can hold on to it, music, without losing who you are. The enemy wanted to kill you by making things hard for you. I used the trouble to make you, music, stronger. You ask God, why did they hurt me? Because they didn't have the right heart for your, music, calling. Lord, why didn't this work out? You ask, because the timing would have made things worse for you, Lord, why did it take so long for this blessing? Music, I had to get you ready for the blessing so it wouldn't crush you. Music, you said, Lord, why does everything fall apart at the edge of, music, breakthrough? Because evil fights most fiercely where fate is closest. There were battles, music, in your life that were never yours to fight alone, and they made you feel heavy. Storms were coming your way. Music, I was relaxing without telling you. Weapons were aimed at you, music, but they missed because my hand stopped them first. There was so much darkness around you that it, music, could have swallowed you up. But being with me gave you a small spark that kept you going. I am going to tell you the truth. You were not told. You did not fail. Music, you fought. You didn't fall behind. You made it through war. Music, you didn't do anything wrong. You were shown the way out of danger. We didn't forget about you. You were hid. You weren't, music, turned down. You were kept safe. You didn't get stuck. You were in a spiritual spot where people wait. You weren't down. You were getting ready for what, music, was going to happen. You now understand why things were so tough. Because what's, music, coming after you is bigger than what you lost. Because where I'm taking you needs strength, music, that you didn't have before. Because the blessing I'm putting together, music, is too big to be built on weak ground. I couldn't let you walk into your fate without being ready because I loved you too much. Music, your pain means something. Your delay is for a reason. Your hardship is planned. There's nothing wrong with your story. It is being put together. You're about to finish a battle that you were never meant to fight by yourself. As this awakening grows inside you, music, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned music comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Co-F music community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls, music, who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Music, Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Music, come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Music, I'm going to show you the times you turned away from me. This is not meant to hurt, music, you, but to help you understand how much I care about your heart and how hard I have worked, music, to get your attention. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to show you my mercy. Type, music, Jesus, my soul rests with you. You are about to enter your divine, music, future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony, music, is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Music, Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link, music, in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, music, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission, music, to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the word daily, music, and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry. When Jesus says give and heaven will open over you, music, on this platform. Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, music, fire for your calling and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall. Share your heart. And as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's, music, finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens open. Music, before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by music accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. Music, you are being invited into a protected faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned music comment. A place where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise built on music, the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access, music, to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, music, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine, music, insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual, music, guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny, music, pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the music exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, music, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and, music, carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed, music, through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Music, take the step. Your abundance awaits.